Welcome in. It's the Recruiting Roundup, powered by Rock and Refuel Varsity. That's Scout.com's Jason Jewell. I'm Jared Cohen. It's state championship week. This is what it's all about. We'll get into all those games in a minute. But first, recruiting news. Let's start off. First offer, Jared Poplowski. Just minutes after ASU wins the Territorial Cup, they give him his first offer.
Yeah, junior tight end / defensive end from Saguaro High School. Big kid, was offered by Arizona State. Talking to Coach Mons, he absolutely loves the kid. Thinks this guy's going to be a multiple offer type guy. 6'5", 235-pound guy. Those bodies are tough to find.
And those bodies are similar to what we've seen out of ASU at the tight end position. You go back to Todd Heap, you go back to Cody Cole there now, Chris Coyle, Zach Miller. He kind of fits into that mold, doesn't he?
Yeah, exactly. You know, those kind of guys that are versatile enough, they can flex out and play wide receiver or be a traditional Y and put their hand down on the ground. Those kind of kids are tough to find and get heavily recruited.
Hey, the crystal ball was out in full force last week, Jason. Your breakout prospect was Austin Dixon. A week later, first offer.
Yeah, senior offensive tackle, Corona del Sol. Just a great story. He's grown 3 inches, gained 50 pounds in the last year, was on nobody's radar last year. Got his first offer from Nevada. Now he's 6'6", 265, has great grades. Talking to him, Boise State, Wyoming, New Mexico State, South Dakota State, handful of schools have shown some interest and called him. I expect this guy to have a bunch more offers before signing day.
Yeah, and last week you mentioned possibly 10 before signing day. It's crazy. He just got his first one. Should be a busy few months for Dixon. DJ Davidson has had a busy few weeks, not just with what he's done on the football field, but more offers. He was another one of our former breakout prospects.
Yeah, he's got a handful of offers recently. NAU and South Dakota State were a couple. Now San Diego State is probably his best offer to date. The Aztecs have played in 6 straight bowl games. The interesting fact about Davidson, he's a defensive tackle primarily at Desert Ridge. The Aztecs think that he could play offensive guard there.
And they even lined him up at fullback, which was great. I love Jeremy Hathcock in those jumbo packages, put him at fullback in that Chandler game. What a win that was over Chandler. They're playing in the state championship game on Friday at 3 o'clock against Centennial for the Division I title. Jason, that should be an awesome game to watch.
Yeah, I think these are 2 teams that really have nothing to lose because everybody expected the state championship to go through one of the Chandler schools, Arizona Avenue. You got Centennial, Desert Ridge. This game starts at 3 o'clock. It might be over by 4:30 the way these 2 teams run the football.
For Division II, Saturday at 4 o'clock, a big one. A lot of speed, a lot of athletes on the field between Saguaro and Marcos Deniza.
Yeah, 2 teams very familiar with each other, played each other multiple times over the last few years. You look at this game, Marcos is the higher seed, but I think everyone thinks they're the underdog. This Saguaro team might be the greatest 7 seed in history with the loaded team they got full of Division I players.
Division III is Saturday, earlier that day at Arizona Stadium in Tucson. A great one. These are probably the 2 best teams in the division, and they're going to duke it out. That's Desert Edge against Paradise Valley.
Yeah, they faced each other earlier in the year. Paradise Valley getting the win against Desert Edge, but they were minus Teron Thomas. Now Desert Edge fully healthy. This should be a very good matchup.
Saturday at 6 p.m. over at Chaparral High School in Scottsdale, we have the Division IV state championship. Hey, 2 teams I don't think people expected to be here this time of year, but sure enough, Northwest Christian taking on Push Ridge.
Yeah, Northwest Christian rolling right now. They beat Yuma Catholic handily and then turn around and beat Snowflake to get to this championship game. And then Push Ridge, very good win against a very good Lake Havasu team last week. When I was out at Northwest Christian practice on Monday, and they're expecting a very physical game.
And finally, at 2 p.m. at Chaparral High School, it's the Division V state title. Hey, these 2 teams have been on a collision course all season, so we're going to get to see who dukes it out in the end. Benson going up against Joy Christian.
Of all the state championship games that are still going on, this is the one game where the 1 and the 2 seed are matched up. Like you mentioned, these 2 teams have kind of rolled through the season, beat pretty much everybody handily, facing off against each other. Another very good game to finish up the day.
That's Jason Jewell of Scout.com. I'm Jared Cohen. This has been the Recruiting Roundup, powered by Rock and Refuel Varsity.